Welcome to Seattle College's international programs and our show Conversations With, where we talk to people that help you understand how you too can be an international student in the United States and why Seattle Colleges should be your first choice. We'll talk to students and staff and agents and government folks, all kinds of people about what you can expect when you're getting ready to apply or travel here, what you'll experience while you're with us, and how it can all lead to an amazing life. Don't forget to check out the Seattle College's International Programs website at intl.seattlecolleges.edu, where you can find a treasure trove of information about the school, the programs here, and best of all, fill out and submit your application. Again, that's intl.seattlecolleges.edu. Hey everybody, it's Evan Franulovich. Welcome back to Conversations With. We're here at Seattle Central Campus. We are here today because we are going to visit with one of our first students I've ever visited with from this school, who's from, what country are you from?
Ghana.
From Ghana. And I'm going to Ghana very soon. By the time this episode airs, I probably will have already been there. And then we can have another conversation.
Yes. About your experiences.
About my experiences. So tell people who you are and where you're from exactly in Ghana.
Okay. So my name is Ayisha Ossman. I'm from Ghana, specifically Tema, which is at the coast.
Oh.
So we are surrounded by a lot of sea.
Yeah.
Sea, yes. And yeah, I'm 21 years of age. Do I need to mention that one?
No, that's great, yeah.
Yes. And this is I have to count it. This is my second year in Seattle College, North Seattle. And
oh, you're at the North Seattle campus.
Yep.
Oh, so you came to Central for the
you.
interview. So great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But yeah, you're at front, you're at North. That's awesome.
My second year, I'm majoring in pharmacy. Hopefully, I'll apply to pharmacy school, UW Pharmacy School. Yeah. I already got accepted into UW.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, for biochem.
Congratulations.
Yes, but when I spoke to my advisor and I saw there was another option, first is to save money and second is to save time, because the same courses I was going to do for biochem at North, at UW, is just we have the same courses at North, so I decided to just stay and save money because pharmacy school is also pretty expensive.
Expensive, yeah.
Yes. And I also, because of that, because I won't be able to get my bachelor's, it's just an associate. I'm taking my internship, so it will boost my chances of getting into pharmacy school. So I'm currently doing my internship at Safeway Pharmacy.
Oh, that's great. Which one? Because that's where we usually go. Maybe I'll see you.
The one in Pinehurst.
Oh, okay. No, we go to the one in Edmonds because I live in Edmonds. Yeah.
I'm closer to I'm at Maple Leaf now, so I'm closer to Pinehurst. So
that's where you live.
Yes, that's where I live now. I've moved 3 times since I came.
You have?
Yes. My first option was the dorm.
Oh, the student dorms.
Yes.
That's good to know because a lot of students are interested in the housing over there.
Okay.
Tell them about your experience there. Did you like it? Did you have 1 roommate, 2 roommates, 3 roommates?
Okay, so I had 4 roommates.
Oh, 4?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, let's say 3.
Oh, 4 total.
We were 4 in a room, so yeah. And my experiences with all of them had been so good.
Oh,
and 2
good.
of them were from Japan and 1 was from South Korea. But after summer, the Japanese girl, one of them returned to Japan. She was done with her classes.
Oh, nice.
And the second one also moved out to a closer place, just an apartment closer. And I also moved to Pinehurst.
Okay.
And the Japanese girl moved to U District.
I love U District.
And I'm at Maple Leaf. So, yeah, I moved 3 times from Pinehurst to Maple Leaf. It's just because I was looking for a cheaper apartment for my sister and I, because I knew my sister was coming.
Right.
Yeah, and the dorm, how do you call it? It taught me a lot of things. I've been in a boarding school, so it wasn't weird living with other people. I've been in a boarding school for 3 years, so living with 3 other people was not really, and everything was smooth. They started, before I came to the country, it's like they set up everything quickly. Immediately you will get admitted. They send all your documents at once.
Oh, that's great.
So it's easy to navigate. Even though I was in Ghana, I kind of understood the housing that it was closer to the school, but I thought it was closer to Seattle, not Seattle.
It's 10 minutes by train, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you have to walk across the bridge, which is a walk.
My first time going there, I took almost an hour or more than.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I didn't find it difficult to ask, but I didn't know how to follow the Google map at first.
Oh.
And I got lost. I walked straight. Do you know I walked straight to,
Yeah.
to like the Broadway side. I came back. I didn't know I passed the train station twice or 3 times. So I met a couple. They were just sitting down somewhere. I was like, excuse me. They saw that I looked tired because I've been walking around. And because I knew something like that will happen, usually I leave the house like 2 hours before the orientation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did for the first day because I knew it won't be easy. This is my first time. I don't know how to use the train, nothing.
Right.
So that's how it was. But
were you nervous or were you excited?
Nervous and excited.
Both at the same time.
Nervous because I couldn't find where the train station was. And like everything was just so new.
Yeah.
Everything. So
how early did you, like, I know you're able to come to the United States up to 30 days before your classes start. How much time did you arrive before?
I think 20-something because I was very excited.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I think I didn't want, I really wanted to come before 30 days because I was excited. And at first I told you I didn't know anyone there, but surprisingly, my dad's childhood friend, he hasn't seen him since he was I know this world is
very small.
Very small.
Yes.
So I think my parents didn't really tell many of my family members for some reason. We don't want them to just blah blah blah. Ayisha is going out. So yeah, I just told my grandparents and my siblings, everyone just at home. So I think he told my uncle, he's in Wisconsin, and he was like, do you remember this when we were kids? I was like, yeah, not really. He was not really my friend. He was like, he's in Seattle, Auburn.
That's awesome.
That I think we got a call in the evening, and we were also surprised, like, what? Like, how is someone? So he made my he came to take me at the airport.
Nice.
He made everything smooth.
That's really great.
Because when I came, imagine I came before the 20 day, I'll have to look for a hotel, blah, blah.
Right.
And figure out everything out myself.
Mm-hmm.
But when we found out, he came for me at the airport and everything. And I call him
really
uncle.
Cool.
That's like African tradition.
Sure.
We call him uncle, mommy, everything. Sometimes I even call him dad. But no, he's not my
He's not your dad.
Yes.
So you would recommend to someone else who is coming to try to get here early, get that extra time.
Yep.
Even though
that's one advice.
Yeah.
Please come early. For me, that's what I usually do. Even when I have classes, everything, I come and because you never know what will happen on the way. What if you reach the airport and you have to
right.
Yes, just because maybe you brought food from home or something like that.
Yep.
So I will recommend everyone to come early.
Mm-hmm.
Early. They said 30 days, you can come 25 days early. If you so that you'll be able to navigate the city where you school, like everything. Or sometimes you can even go on campus to check the classes doors. That's what I did sometimes.
Right, yeah,
so
good.
I saw maybe one of my classes was in CC 130. So I have to navigate and see, here is it. So that the next time when the classes begin, I know I'm coming straight there.
Right.
That's what.
And North Campus can be a little confusing.
Yep.
So it's good to get there early for sure. Wow, there's so many questions I have forming all of the sudden.
Wait, before that, what are you going to do in Ghana?
So I'm going to Ghana for an Education USA fair. Did you work with Education USA at all before you came? So most of our listeners who've been following the show know that Education USA is a government agency that exists to help students overseas prepare to come to the United States to study. And the services are free. I mean, it's a really amazing service. They have equipment you can use. They help you prepare for your interview, all these services. And it's a good way to get to know other people that'll also be traveling out sometime.
Yeah.
It's really great. So I'll be going to that fair. I'm also going to be visiting an agent while I'm agents, more than one, because we do have partnerships with agents. Did you use an agent?
Yes,
Ah.
I did use an agent, but he was also kind of my father's friend, so I didn't.
So
it wasn't like an agency, something serious. No, it was all laugh and play. I think we used to, send text, maybe send us documents. It wasn't like a serious agency.
Okay, so it wasn't a business that you went to.
It was just my dad. Oh, I know him. Just go.
So he can help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to actually proper businesses that do it. And I think I'm going to get a chance to meet some of the students in the area. Now, one of the places I'm going, they talked about taking me to a marketplace. But I don't know what that means exactly.
They're sending you to a market?
Is it just food and stuff?
Yeah, it's busy. I'm sure you are just going to share flyers. And
Okay.
Most people at the marketplace, I think the best place to go is like a university campus or high school.
Right.
Because when my high school, do you know how many universities came to the high school to bring out their...
A lot?
Yes, and there were some British universities that had their campus also in Ghana.
So they have a branch campus or
Yep,
something.
I think Central University and those kind of, I don't know whether they are in US or some are in London. So it's like they come in and say, oh, if you do well, you get a scholarship, you go abroad. Everyone wants to.
Of course.
Everyone wants to experience that. Most people want to experience that. Even those who want to stay, they would like to see outside, like how other people, like, because maybe other people, no, I want to stay in my country. But if you are given the chance, you would like to go and see other places, see other countries, see their culture and stuff. So
Right.
I think high school will be a best, because everyone, I've had people, my friends, sisters, everyone, Aisha, can't you apply for me, blah, blah, that kind of stuff. So it's like everyone wants a chance, even if they want to complete their bachelor's in Ghana, they would like to complete their master's here.
Right.
Because lots of chances.
Well, I told you before the interview started that I was just in Kenya not too long ago and in Ethiopia. And in those two countries in particular, a lot of the students want to come to study in the United States or Canada. Exactly. But the problem is getting a visa in those two countries. Now, I don't know what the situation is in Ghana necessarily. Can you tell us about your visa experience?
I don't know. My dad said something like, because Ghana is an English-speaking country, most people want to come to English speaking
Makes
country.
sense, yeah.
So like US, London, Canada, and so because of that, getting a visa to come to those countries are difficult. Just like in Cote d'Ivoire, many people want to go to France. So getting a visa there for France would be difficult, but getting a visa there for US, everything would be slightly easy. So I didn't get my visa in Ghana.
You didn't?
I went to Cote d'Ivoire.
Really? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, we did that. You can do that.
So you can choose to go to one of your neighbors. Could you have gone to Benin?
I think so.
Really?
I even go to Guinea.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know.
Yep, because those countries, especially when you go for the visa interview, imagine you're applying to come to the US, but in the visa you start speaking French. Like, they will find it difficult. They will ask you a question like, how are you going to survive in the US? So I think most of them, their excuse is that I'm coming to learn English in the US, and they'll be like, we still have English schools in my country, so why don't? So that will like, how do you call it? Reduce your chances of getting the visa. So I didn't take it in Ghana, and before you get an appointment date in Ghana, it's take a long time because everybody wants to come. Everybody wants to come.
Right, and of course, we love to see as many faces on our campus as possible.
Yeah.
But we understand that only a certain percentage are going to get their visas.
Yes.
Tell us about your interview. How long did it take from the time you got your I-20 to the time you got your interview? Was it 2 months, 3 months, weeks?
2 months. I got everything April, May. I came here in May, so maybe 1 month and a half.
Oh, so not too long. That's great.
Let's say 2 months.
2 months. All right.
It's to be safe, 2 months. But Yeah, the appointment and getting the interview and getting the visa was just 3 days or 4 days.
Oh, that's great.
So I went on Tuesday, did the interview on the same day, and came back to Ghana on Friday.
So you flew to Abidjan?
Yeah.
Went to the embassy
With my half speaking the French.
Uh-huh.
I should have taken French more seriously in school because all the countries surrounding Ghana are francophone countries, so
Sure.
we are required. Everyone learns French.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
that
yeah.
in high school you have a choice. So I didn't choose that. I should have done that.
Mhm.
But I was able to survive, so it was fine. I spoke the VB and Je
Right.
m'appelle,
Of course, the basics.
the basic ones. Yeah.
So for how many minutes did your interview take, and what kind of questions did they ask?
For me in particular, do you know the interview? I didn't know you could hear and see other people taking the interview. I thought it was going to be an enclosed place, but it was like people, you could see the people taking the interview. So for me, it was short. Mine
Yeah.
it was like just 10 minutes, and I was interviewed by a white lady, and she was very friendly.
Oh, really?
Yes, and maybe my approach, everything was just so I answered briefly, and I think the first question was what's your intention of traveling overseas? And I told her to school, and they asked me what school. I said Seattle colleges. They asked me what major. Like it's like basically everything on the I-20. I thought it was going to be something different, but I think I got a nice person. She was very calm, and she smiled throughout. And yeah, she asked me just 4 questions.
Right. Had you ever traveled to the United States before?
Nope.
And
I
the
just
first
traveled to other countries, Kenya, Dubai.
Okay.
Cote
So you do have a history of travel. The reason I ask
yes,
is
history of travel. Yeah, I do.
apparently, and if you're out there listening, if you have a history of traveling outside of your country and coming back to your country, it helps. It doesn't guarantee that you'll get your visa, but it helps them see that, oh, you're the kind of person that will come back to your country.
I think that's why they asked me. She asked me one other question: will you come back after schooling?
Of course.
And I said yes.
Yeah, sure.
It's true. I didn't think about that. Maybe that was also another thing that made it. I
Right.
think that was the last question or the last part one, but it wasn't too long.
Right.
15 minutes, 10 minutes. It wasn't long for me.
So the education, speaking of coming back to Ghana, you're planning to study pharmacy.
Yeah.
Is it easy to get work as a pharmacist in Ghana? Or do you know?
I think it's kind of the healthcare we have. How do you call it? Many people are studying science. I don't know Ghana. I should have researched about that.
That's okay.
Yeah,
you
for
still have
me-
time.
Yeah, but for me, my plan is to. I want to build a pharmacy in my name.
Pharmacy in your name.
Yes, in Ghana. That's what I want to do.
Wow,
I don't know. That's my goal. So even if I start little, I start working under someone. That's my top goal, to do that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And now I'm guessing in the United States, if you're a pharmacist, you have to be licensed, I think.
Yes.
Do you have the same kind of thing in Ghana?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You usually when you enter a pharmacy, even when you enter normal hairdressing shops, you see their license on the wall. It's
Okay.
like yes.
So even a hair cutter.
Yes.
Okay.
You enter a store, you see their license with their picture on the wall, certificates, everything. They put it on the wall for you to see. I'm better or I'm good.
Maybe I'll get my hair cut while I'm in Ghana.
Good.
I'll be like, hey, man.
You're going to look different. How do you call it? You're going to get a glow up. I'm sure when I come and I see you, I'll be like, who are you again?
Yeah, right? You won't know. You know who you are. But. Wow, that's cool. So when you get your education here, the agents or the government agency in Ghana will accept the education that you got here and allow you to take an exam to be a pharmacist? Or do they just say, oh, you got your education in the United States, here's your license? Or how does it work? Do you know? No, something for you to look into, but something to think about.
I'll look into that one too. Maybe because I'm in the middle now. So
Sure.
I'll start researching about it, but I've not done that.
Well, we had a student, they're not a student yet, but they contacted us. They're from Brazil, and they were interested in our nursing program, which is a little bit complex, trying to decide how that works. But I was like, first you need to know, will the education that you get here, will it work back in Brazil? Because it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you get your education in one country and it won't go back. But
I think it works because even coming here, my admission, I sent my WASI result. Do you know about WASI? State exams after high school.
Yeah.
And Seattle College asked for it and they used it in the process.
Oh,
so I'm sure it works like vice versa. I think because imagine you get your license here. I'm not sure anyone will ask you.
Right.
But maybe if they change it. But for now, I think it doesn't matter. It's the same. Just maybe driver's license.
Well, I always recommend to students that are investigating coming to the United States or Canada to do their education. Hopefully they'll come to Seattle colleges, but I say, hey, know your path. So know what you want to study, how that transfers to the next place that you go, and then how is all that education and certifications that you get going to be received when you get back to your country. And most of those questions can be answered before you leave, but sometimes, if you're not really sure what is going on, it's hard to know what to do that. So if you're listening to this show and you're thinking about a pathway that maybe involves government agencies or licensing, or whether you can just go from one school to another, like for example in nursing, some universities won't accept international students into their program. Some will, but not all of them. Yeah. So if you have your heart set on going to, say, Notre Dame, for example, maybe they don't take international students in the nursing program or in their pharmacy school or whatever. So
I think I'll do that research too.
For sure. We have great advisors here, so you can sit down with an advisor, transfer counselors, and they can help you figure out your plan and make sure that the work that you're doing here is going to work out great.
Ironically, how do you go? I even had appointments with my advisor before I came here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we were talking about my internship and updating my educational plan.
Well, let's talk about the advisors for a second because we encourage all of our international students to use those resources.
I really use my advisor. He knows me every time. Every time he makes one. I really like my advisor at North, Mr. Shuns.
He's great.
Very, very
Shout out to Shun. Yeah, he's really good.
How do you call it? I don't know. I like using. I use him a lot. Anytime I have.
For sure.
Anytime. Even before I got this last appointment, I missed him twice. So when I finally caught him, I was like, I caught you. And I told him not to leave before I leave.
Right.
I'm supposed to leave the school before he leaves.
Well, even I reach out to Shun. I don't know all the answers, and he's been here a lot longer than me. And so I'll say, hey, Shun, what about this?
He's very helpful.
Super helpful.
I don't know. He really helps. I don't know why people don't use him. I said, my younger sister sometimes too. When she came here, that's my advice. Go to advisor. I don't know. Go to advisor. Anytime, go to advisor. That's what I usually.
That's really good advice, by the way.
That's what I. So I don't know. I don't know why people don't use it. It's like you have free stuff. Just use it, but they don't. Okay. For me,
it's included in your tuition. So.
I know, right?
So go for it.
Go to the advisor. They give. They make your stay more easy. They make it smooth.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that you don't break any rules. Don't avoid your visa and get deported. Just if you have any questions, just go to your advisor. They are just there to help, and they are always there. They have free drop-in sessions. They have virtual drop-in, in person, anything you like. But
right.
Yeah. If you ask your friend, I don't think they will have it, but they won't be able to explain as better as your advisor.
All right. Well, we're already at 22 minutes, so I got to start wrapping this up before too long. But let's talk just what do you do for fun in Seattle, you personally? Do you get out? Do you have friends? Do you have domestic student friends? What's your life like outside of class?
I have one domestic student friend, but he just moved back to Texas.
Oh.
Just because of work, but I think he'll come back. And I have other international student friends from classes. Everyone is from different places. But surprisingly, no one has ever guessed I'm from Ghana. No one. I don't know why.
Well, most Americans don't even know where Ghana is.
Even most international students, are you from Ethiopia? Are you from Gambia? Are you from Senegal? No one ever said, are you from Ghana? No. It was just one lady. And guess where she was from?
Ghana.
No.
Oh. Senegal.
No.
I don't know.
You are going to that country too.
Oh, Nigeria.
Yep.
Of course.
Do you know
Okay.
how she found out? We were talking, and when we got to the middle, she was like, "Wait, are you from Ghana?" And I was like, "Yes, I
Yeah.
knew it," because she's from Nigeria. And she said she been to Ghana and she realized an accent when I started talking. She was like, "It sounds like a Ghana." So she was the only person that guessed right. The rest, no.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if I saw 10 people lined up, I wouldn't necessarily be able to tell which part of the region they're from. I mean, I couldn't tell someone who's from Benin versus Senegal, or I mean, I can usually tell someone from Algeria versus from Ghana versus Ethiopia. I mean, I can definitely see differences
Ethiopian
there.
people, sometimes you can guess.
Yeah,
And Somalis.
sometimes, yeah. Is there a big community? Are there people from Ghana living in Seattle? Like, are there restaurants that
So far, no.
you haven't found
I
any?
don't even have any Ghanaian friend.
Wow, no kidding.
Just my sister's friend, but yes, my sister, he's from a town closer to my grandma's place.
Okay.
But me personally, I don't have any friends from Ghana. I've not met anyone from Ghana. Just the person I talked to you about, my uncle. Somehow uncle.
Yeah.
He has older people, and they are all in Auburn. They are not in Seattle. They are in Auburn, Tacoma, and stuff. But they are all older people.
Right. I was talking to Telvin. Do you know Telvin Kameta? He's from Kenya. He's one of our students here at Central, and he was I think he lives in the south part of the city, and he says there's some really great restaurants out there.
Ghanaian restaurant?
Well, I don't know if they're Ghanaian. They might be Kenyan food, or maybe they're just regional, like East African food or West African food. But he said there's some pretty good places to go eat. So maybe I'll introduce you to him, and he can clue you in on where he thinks are the good places.
Mostly I do the cooking at home, so I hardly go out to eat. When I go out to the beach. I like sitting at the riverside, the sea. I like quiet places, the park. I've been to almost a lot of parks in Seattle. I don't like enclosed places like restaurants. It's like once in a while, but with friends.
Yeah, of course.
But the rest are like outdoor activities.
And you feel pretty safe? People have been friendly?
Yeah, I like Seattle. Someone said it's because you've been in Seattle only, but I don't know. I just like Seattle. Seattle is just... I think even if I go to another place, I'll still miss Seattle because everyone's nice. I think it's kind of diverse.
It's kind of relaxed. Yeah.
And I like rain. So I don't know. The people complain about rain. I don't know. I like Seattle. I like rain.
And honestly, the weather's been really nice, right?
Yes,
I mean, it's not raining very much. It's been maybe it's global warming. I don't know.
And then, how do you call it? Currently in Ghana, my dad called during the weekend. He said it's raining now.
Oh, so it's the rainy season?
Yes, we just have 2 seasons. It's supposed to end. I don't know why it's still happening. It's still cold. Not really cold. Like he said, about 20 degrees, which is kind of warm in Seattle, but it's cold in Ghana.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it's supposed to end. I don't know why it's still happening.
Well, I will arrive in Ghana on, I think, the 13th of September.
Oh, then it's good.
It's good?
Yeah, just going to continue summer.
Nice. All right, cool.
Yes.
Oh, do you hear that? That sound means it's time for trivia questions. Are you ready for the trivia questions?
I don't think anyone is ever ready. Okay, let's go.
No one's never ready. Okay, these will be fairly easy, but I ask you 5 questions. If you answer them all correctly, all hail mighty
No
Ayisha.
gifts.
Yeah.
No.
If you don't, no big deal.
No gifts. Nothing.
No gifts, but praise for sure.
Then I'll answer them wrongly.
Okay, first question is this. When must you pay your tuition? At what time do you need to pay your tuition?
In Seattle?
Yeah,
College?
for your classes, yeah.
I think the deadline is usually the second week of classes, first week.
I think you pay for your classes when you register for your classes, don't you?
You're talking about new students.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm talking about my...
I wasn't very clear there, sorry. All right, well, we're going to give that a pass.
Wow, yes.
All right. Name the mascot for the Seattle baseball team. Like, what is the name of the baseball team in Seattle?
Mariners.
Yes!
When you said that, I thought we were still talking about Seattle College. Yeah, Marinette.
Well, we'll come back to Seattle colleges.
I watched a baseball game. I really loved it.
So cool.
I love that thing they do. How do you call it?
The wave?
Yes. I did it like 100 times.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Are you watching the Women's World Cup?
No, but I've been seeing news about that.
Yeah.
I'm just happy for my African people. I think Morocco, South Africa, and Nigeria.
But Nigeria got beat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are trying to link Nigerian's penalty with Ghana's 2010 World Cup.
Oh, really?
I don't know how that's linked, but Ghana and Nigeria. I don't know. I just saw a video about that. I was like, why do these people like foreign Ghana? How are you trying to link her penalty? She lost it. You see the last penalty that went over. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are trying to link that with our 2010 Asamoah Gyan who lost. But yeah, I'm just happy at least they got I think the World Cup, the Women's World Cup is getting recognition, and I'm happy for them. And they are doing very well.
They're doing really did you hear whether Morocco beat France or France beat? I didn't hear the score, so I got to find out. Yeah. By the time this airs, this will be old news.
Morocco and South Africa still.
South Africa lost. I think they're out, unfortunately. Yeah.
So we are now left with Morocco, just like
Morocco.
Like the other World Cup. They'll do it, but still, it's like people are now recognizing, and I'm happy.
So great.
They are doing well. Did you watch some of the goals?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Some of them played like you think they were men. Even some of them men were applauding them. Mm-hmm. They really played.
Well, Ghana has a good men's team too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys have that going on.
We act as if we don't like them, but we do.
You don't like them?
Some of them act as if they don't like the Black Stars.
What?
But we do. That's the relationship. It's like we don't like them, but when something you see them all coming to support them, then later on they act as if.
Gotcha. All right, let's go to the next question. The next question is, the North Seattle campus has they have a art project going on in the outdoors area.
Is it a mural?
Yes, good. The murals.
Oh, okay.
That's a good job. I was wondering if you'd know. That's really great. They're very cool, aren't they?
Yes. The drawing, everything. The last drawing I saw was something like a horse with people sitting on it. It was
so
nice.
Cool.
Maybe
beautiful. You can do one while you're there.
I'll try.
All right. I don't know how many questions that is. Is that 4 or 5? Let's do the last question. My last question is, what is the last movie that you saw?
It was a season, Taxi Driver. It's
the last movie?
At the theater?
At a movie theater, yeah.
In the movie theater was surprisingly Titanic. My friend wanted to watch it.
That was the last one you watched?
I know, right? Do you know, she really begged me to watch it. I've watched it for like 1,000 times. But that was a dream. She took a lot of pictures and she was very happy.
You guys went to a movie theater to
watch Titanic.
When was this?
2 months ago.
Oh my gosh!
I've never been, because of the classes, the internship, everything. I also work on campus, so everything was just.
Oh.
But I work on campus.
Where do you work on campus?
The Learning Center.
Ah.
I'm a computer teacher on some days, and I greet on some days.
Cool. And how did you get that job?
I went to the supervisor. I went to an office. I went to ask a question. Mm-hmm. It was not related to jobs, but she was like, she answered my question, and she asked whether I am good at computers, and I said, yes, I guess. And she sent me to Daniel Tucker, which is the superior, and they asked me a few questions, and I got the job.
So cool.
Yeah.
Well, that helps out with money. Did you also apply for the foundation scholarship that they have?
And I also got that one.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yes, I got that one. So thank everyone in Seattle.
Well, one of the first questions I always get when I'm traveling overseas, they're like, do you have scholarships? And you received one. So
yes, I got scholarship. I get aid. The CARES funding.
That's great.
Yes.
Fantastic.
How do you call it? One advice is like, I grab every opportunity and I look for a lot of resources. I use almost all the free resources on campus, like the Benefits Hub, All of them.
There's a
I'm
lot
sure
of
everyone,
stuff.
everyone from each, they all know me because
I'm sure.
I'm always curious about like a lot of things that could.
It's because you're so shy that they know you. So let's get into the last piece where I usually ask advice that you might give to students in your region, whether it's Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, it doesn't matter. But students that are over there, they're dreaming about going to school overseas. What advice would you give them so that they can succeed?
Yeah, first of all, before you start, be prepared to, how do you call it? Be prepared in every aspect, financially, emotionally, because you are going to leave everything behind, and come back. You must be prepared physically, everything,
Right.
because you come and there are 4 different seasons here, so you have to prepare that one too. And how do you call it? Prepare all your documents. That one too is very. Make sure everything is up to date. You can't come. Maybe your passport will be expiring the next year, and you want to still travel with that. Everything. And first, before you do that, don't think I won't get it. I'm sure you will, because we always get stressed out with work, and there are lots of intelligent people back home. They just don't have the resources. So just start with that. Get a good agent or agents. You can just look around, visit them, anything, and I hope you get trustworthy ones, because some of them are trustworthy, but not. They try to take a lot of money from you, and before you come, it's like you've paid a tuition worth money to just one person.
Right.
So make sure you get good people. Ask friends or parents of friends whose children are back here to, like, how did you do the process?
Right,
Some of them
right.
are always ready to help. Oh yeah. And that's most culture of Africa. We like to help each other, especially elderly. And imagine you're a kid and you go to an elderly. Oh, you greet them with the right manners. Oh, I heard your son is in the US. Can you tell me about the process? Maybe you end up even getting their agent to help you and stuff like that. So after all the arrangements of being physically, emotionally, psychologically prepared, how do you call it, documents prepared, everything, you should just be, when you get to the interview, it's just being confident. I think during my interview, I was looking straight into the lady's eyes, and I was smiling.
Always smile, yeah, that's always a good idea.
And the lady was so nice. I don't know,
great.
she made it didn't feel like an interview. It was just like a talk like this. Before I even
Just a
came to the
conversation.
podcast, I told my sister, I've never done a podcast. She was like, Evan, she said,
It'll be
because she knows you.
fine.
And everyone likes you. My friend Rico, I don't know whether you like her.
Rico.
Yes, she's
Sometimes
from
I've met so many people, I don't always remember.
Yeah, she also told, she said you were very nice.
Oh,
My
that's so
sister.
great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's also helped me like relax. It's like I'm just having a good talk. I don't even mind.
It's not even a microphone there. That's cool.
Yeah, so everything. And what I said before, grab every opportunity. You don't think you can't do it. I was a very, 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 very shy person growing up. But here I am working.
You don't seem shy, but that's interesting. That's good.
Yes. When you look back, I was really, really.
Wow. I have to ask you one more question. I hope this is okay. I'm taking a bit of a risk here, but so you're wearing a headscarf, right?
Yeah.
Are you Muslim?
Yes.
That's great. I'm really glad to know that because we have a number of students here at Seattle Colleges who are Muslim, but I haven't had a chance really to talk too much about their experience. Are you comfortable talking about your experience as a Muslim in our community?
Yeah.
And what's it been like? Are you welcome? Do you go to mosque? What's your experience been like?
Everyone is, how do you call it? You see, have you encountered someone who is too friendly to the extent that you are scared that they are too friendly? That's how, like, the Muslim society in where I go, the mosque is closer to North Gate.
Okay.
Everyone is so nice. During the Ramadan, I used to have my stomach filled before and after.
No problem.
Yes, everyone is so nice. And yeah, the experiences have been great. I've also made, most of them are old ladies, and they act like a motherly figure. But I still miss my mom.
Of course.
I miss my mom and dad, yes.
Shout out to mom and dad.
Yes, I miss them so much.
Is there a prayer room in North Seattle?
Yeah, it's kind of a meditation room, but most of the time we use the breakout rooms.
Oh, okay.
Students and the supervisors, they are all great. They just
cool.
So they just use a breakout room, just like, and they
right.
pray there.
I'm glad you've had a great experience. That's good.
And as I said, coming back home, we have a small ratio of students, Muslims in Ghana.
Yeah.
But still peaceful. I went to a Christian school all my life.
Oh, okay.
From childhood to high school.
Nice.
But it's been great.
Life's
Maybe
good.
I'm just surrounded by good people. The bad encounters, they are just, I don't think they are racial. They are just people who are just rude.
I've been to a lot of countries all over the world, and there's always great people, and then there's just a few that are just jerks. That's every culture.
Maybe they just hate their life.
Maybe. Who knows what their problem is.
Yes, like working in an internship and you get rude customers, rude whatever. Yeah.
We need to load those people up on the spaceships.
And send them.
It's like, you guys go find another place to
the news
live.
that came in that aliens are real. You just go and look for where the alien ship is and just push all of them in.
That's right. Keep all the nice people.
Sometimes we need that balance, rude people and bad people.
I suppose, helps you appreciate the nice people a little more, for sure. Well, it's been great getting to know you. Thanks so much for coming in and spending so much time. Oh my gosh, we're at 40 minutes. I try to make these about 20 minutes, but it's so many interesting things. I could edit. I don't want to edit this. This is all good stuff. But we'll talk again soon after I get back from Ghana. I'll let you know how it went. And
I hope you enjoyed that.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Conversations With is painstakingly crafted for you by the Seattle College's International Programs Department and supported by the lovely folks here on our campus. This show is produced and edited by me, Evan Franulovich. We welcome your emails and questions about coming to Seattle Colleges. Please reach out to us via our website or just give us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, as this helps others discover the show. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube at Seattle Colleges INTL. That's Seattle Colleges INTL. And be sure to check out all of the shows here on Conversations With. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.